Bridge solutions, comparing costs in Turkey and Europe. Bridges are vital infrastructures that connect people and communities, allowing for easier transportation and commerce. When it comes to building bridges, one of the most important factors to consider is the cost. In this video, we will compare the costs of building bridges in Turkey and Europe. Turkey and Europe have different economic conditions and construction practices, which can have a significant impact on the cost of building bridges. In Turkey, the cost of labor and materials is generally lower compared to Europe, which can make bridge construction more affordable. However, factors such as regulations, permits, and environmental considerations can also affect the overall cost. In Turkey, the cost of labor is relatively low compared to Europe. This can be attributed to the lower cost of living in Turkey, which translates into lower wages for construction workers. Additionally, the cost of materials, such as steel and concrete, is also cheaper in Turkey, allowing for more cost-effective bridge construction. On the other hand, in Europe, labor costs are generally higher due to higher standards of living and labor regulations. The cost of materials is also higher in Europe, as construction materials are subject to stricter regulations and quality standards. This can result in higher overall costs for bridge construction in Europe compared to Turkey. Another factor to consider when comparing costs in Turkey and Europe is the regulatory environment. In Turkey, regulations regarding bridge construction are less stringent compared to Europe, which can reduce costs and expedite the construction process. However, in Europe, strict regulations and permits are necessary to ensure the safety and quality of bridge construction, which can add to the overall cost and time of the project. Environmental considerations also play a role in the cost of bridge construction. In Europe, environmental impact assessments and mitigation measures are required for all infrastructure projects, including bridges. This can add to the cost of construction, as developers must comply with environmental regulations and standards. In Turkey, environmental regulations are less stringent, which can result in lower costs for bridge construction. In conclusion, the cost of building bridges in Turkey and Europe depends on various factors, including labor costs, material costs, regulations, permits, and environmental considerations. While Turkey may offer lower labor and material costs compared to Europe, strict regulations and environmental considerations in Europe can add to the overall cost of bridge construction. It is important for developers and policymakers to consider these factors when planning and budgeting for bridge projects in both regions.